All right, guys, welcome back. It's the week after Born Free, and I'm back in the shop cranking away. You might remember I just finished up this 68 motor, bottom end. I didn't do the heads, but we got another one in to work on, another 68 motor and transmission. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna pull these down entirely, split the cases, tear the transmission down, clean all the parts and inspect it all and get it ready to do a full rebuild on it. So I'm gonna measure everything, see what needs to be done, and then send a quote over to the customer, make sure they're all good, and then we'll get started on doing the full build. But first we gotta split it apart and get everything cleaned up. So let's do that right now. All right, this motor's been leaking already, so I'm preparing for it to make a mess. Oh, that's heavy. We're gonna just start stripping parts off it. This is just kind of sitting in there. He got a little clearance happy on his magneto, trying to clear this base here, which is kind of a common problem on the Jenny shovels. They're really tall here. So we got to do something about this. He kind of milled into it a little too far. So maybe I'll make a plate and just kind of cover that. I'm going to try to condense this video as much as I can because it'll get really long and boring otherwise. So got to take all these base nuts off. All right. I need to put some gloves on because this thing is pretty nasty. It's pretty greasy. The first thing I noticed right away was, it might be hard for you to see, but see all that back and forth, the piston in there? That thing's gonna be super loose. Also, someone had a stuck head bolt and used a grinder to cut off the head bolt, so this cylinder's all gouged. So these cylinders are probably junk anyways. I mean, this one's good. Maybe I have a replacement, but regardless, they're definitely getting bored. That's so much slop. Got all the nuts off. Time for these cylinders to come off. And I think I was right. I think it is a stroker. Oh yeah, definitely because of these pistons. You can see how short they are. Stroker pistons. We got S&S rods, S&S flywheels it looks like. Not too bad, a little loose. Not too bad, honestly. But yeah, these pistons look pretty worn. All right, moving on. Looks like he's already had this off. So he started disassembling this, but he did a really good job because he labeled everything pretty nice. Put it all in nice bins for me. I'll show you that later. Okay, so not too much oil in there, so we're good. Set this over here. It's definitely in here. Generator gear is out. This one can come out. Breather, missing that. Missing the little shim there. So this can come out. I always check for lots of metal in there. This one's clean, so that's good. And then we'll have to get our wrench and take this off. Scoring in the breather, not ideal. All right, next I gotta use my pulley here to pull this pinion gear off. So I already took the nut off, but this little, I don't know why this tool is reverse thread. It's a little homemade tool I've had for a long time. All right, it's off the key. Good. Can leave those on for now. We can pull the oil pump gear off too. Now we might as well take the oil pump off while we're in here. We can do it after we split the cases, but might as well do it while it's in the stand and all sitting here. Probably gonna leak, so let's get ready for that. Just need a 7/16 wrench. Get all the oil out of there. And because I took off that inside gear in here, I can just pull this whole unit out. Just gotta break it free. Shaft and all. There we go, oil pump is out. So I did just wipe some oil inside the cam chest, and these look like metal shavings from like machining. They're all like stringy and springy. So I don't really know where that's from, so that's a little concerning. Okay, making a giant mess already. Just how we like it. That's why I got these nice rubber mats here, because the wood just gets stained, the wood tabletop, but these nice little rubber mats are easy to clean up. Alright, I opened up the crankcase drain right here, and it's just draining into my pan. I missed a little bit, so that sucks. But that'll just drain all the oil out of the bottom of the crankcase. Because when we go to split the cases, it just dumps oil all over. It's a giant mess. Such a pain in the ass. So hopefully this will reduce that. I'm gonna start pulling all the case bolts out. So Jenny shovels have these two threaded ones that go thread into the right side case. Oh, they are a 1/2 inch as well. All right, let's pull this right case off. Get our hardware out of there. Can you guys see all right? All right. All right, there we have it. Some flywheels. Just like I thought, S&S wheels. So should be a pretty nice assembly. The rods feel a little loose, so I think I'm gonna crack them open, but I like using S&S wheels. They're pretty nice. I have to take these over to the press and press the flywheel assembly out of the left case because it's got the Timken bearings. I only have 2 hands, so you guys are gonna have to use your imagination on what that looks like. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back for 1 second because I wanted to show you guys something. This is not what you want your left case to feel like. I don't know if you can see, yeah, should be able to see that. But it's moving back and forth quite a bit, which there should only be a few thousandths of end play between the Timken bearings. This is like a 1/4 inch. So something's not right there. Either the bearings came loose or somebody set this up completely wrong. All right, and we're back. Whew. I guess now we can start measuring stuff. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pop these apart. These rods just feel a little loose, and I don't really trust what the last builder had going on now. I assume I'm gonna find many things wrong with this motor. Always do. So the main thing I always look for first is I look at this right side case race and just make sure there's no like deep pitting or anything of concern. This one definitely looks worn, but not bad. So we might be able to reuse that. All right, let's do a little housekeeping before we go any further. Clean up some of these parts and tools. All right, got the bench cleaned up a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the pinion bearings off so I can measure the shaft and the rollers, and then see what our race is looking like in there, clearance-wise. And then I'm gonna crack these flywheels open and see what our rods are looking like, what they're measuring at. I don't need to measure those because I don't think we're gonna use them. The pistons are super loose and that's pretty screwed. And the left side case, I don't really need to measure anything. It's the Timken stuff. We're gonna replace the races and all that anyways, so should be good. Let's try that. And I made these 3D printed parts trays. I sell them on my website, or you can download the file and print them. But I made them so they just hold all your stuff. Dump all the bearings out. Throw your cages up there. And yeah, pretty nice. So now I'm gonna clean these up, measure these, measure the shaft, and then we'll set up our dial bore gauge and measure our race. All right, 1.25 inches on the nuts, so this isn't worn at all, so we can reuse that. That's nice. Can't believe these are like 2/10 oversize. I always measure a couple, just to be sure. All right, got the dial bore gauge set up. So let's see here. So, a little over 2 thousandths there, a little under 2 thousandths there. Just about 2 thousandths. So this thing's got some taper to it for sure. Then we'll check this way. Oh, 2.5 there. 3 thousandths there. So she's pretty worn. I don't know if we're gonna get that back into a proper spec without replacing the race. Which makes sense with how bad those were flopping around in that left side case. It's gonna wear the shit out of that race. So we'll probably end up having to replace that unless I'll hone it out. Let's see, I can probably get a 2 thou oversized roller, so we could probably take it to like 5. Maybe we'll be able to save this. We'll see if we can get it back in round. Okay. All right. Nope. Don't fall. All right. There we have it. I always pull the wrong side off. I always think I'm pulling not the keyed side off, and then I pull the keyed side off. I don't know why I can't remember that. Let's see how they look. Okay. No major pitting, but they don't look the best. So races are probably good. We can hone those. And we'll have to see about these. All right, so the crank pin was a little worn, a couple tenths. The rollers, they kind of look like shit, but they measure out to standard size. I just set the dial bore gauge again, and we're gonna check the rods. So 1.5 thou there, and then we're like 2.25 thousandths Okay, a little over 2 thousandths there. So definitely out. 2.5. And then 1.5. So this one's no good. We want this to be within, we want this to be about 1,000th clearance all the way around and perfectly round, no taper, none of that. So we got to hone these for sure. All right, guys, well, there it is, the whole motor. Just got done measuring everything, and here's what we're going to be doing on this thing. So the pinion race is measuring out and out of round, so we're going to hone that and lap it, try to run an oversized bearing, but if we can't, we're going to have to replace the race. The shaft is good on the flywheel, so that's fine. Cylinders, they're junk. Pistons, no good. So we're going to get probably new cylinders, new S&S pistons. These are specialty pistons, and it looks like someone even relieved them because it is a stroker, I believe. I got to run the numbers on the flywheels still, but they are S&S flywheels. And yeah, crank pin is pretty worn, so we're going to get a new one of those. The rods, the connecting rods, those measured about 1.5 thou out of tolerance. So we're going to be honing those and a new oversized bearing with the new crank pin. Sprocket shaft looks all right. Just measured all the valve guides on the heads. They're pretty loose, and they're about 1 thou and a half loose, but we're going to replace those as well, give it a whole new valve job, new guides, cut the seats, all of that. The rockers look fine. So that's about it for the motor. Oil pump looks fine, tappet blocks look fine, all that stuff. So we're gonna get started on this. I gotta clean everything up, but I think I'm gonna end this video here just to, you know, keep it short, not make these too long. So stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching. Oh, and be sure to like and subscribe, and go to hogsupply.com and buy something, please.